Yo, what is up everybody? Good evening to you all, and this is yours truly, Lightliger here, and today I'm gonna be reviewing AtomicDEX, which has been now released on Windows Desktop. It is currently on beta, and last year I obviously did review on the Android version of the wallet as well. In case you wanted to have it on mobile, you can get it on Google or Apple App Store. And there is some small differences between the Windows and the mobile versions, obviously, such as the visuals are a lot more impressive on the desktop version based on my own personal experience. But before we jump into the actual application, let's go through a bit of the things which the AtomicDEX has basically to offer. So here, first of all, they have the number of transactions that have been transacted on the last 30 days total and last 24 hours. So 16,000 transfers in last 24 hours. For a swapping service, I think that is quite impressive. So that is a pretty good number, but that doesn't mean that there's liquidity or able to be doing transfers between every single pair that is basically supported on the AtomicDEX, just so you know. And basically here they talk about that this is not basically liquidity pools like, we have with AMM protocols. So this is basically, just using this sort of a peer-to-peer order books, which are basically used to swap coins between each other or tokens, since it does support ERC20 tokens and Ethereum. And then they talk about the widest cross-protocol support. It's a pretty bold claim. You have to understand that AtomicDEX supports UTXO-based coins, which is basically, Bitcoin, Litecoin, and all the forks out of it. Ethereum or any other smart contract coin is not UTXO-based. So it does leave quite a lot of favorable coins from the rotation because, in my opinion, a lot of these UTXO coins are kind of outdated, and I personally not really interested in acquiring more of them in the near future. But let's move on. And secure trading platforms, so there's a lot of passwords there and other things available. And there's also order books and things like these which you can look on, and everybody can basically create their own branded DEX. So it's open source basically for atomic swaps, which is, I guess, kind of cool if you want to integrate it in your own wallet that you might be running, or maybe you just want to do a fork out of atomic swaps instead. But let's now get into the actual application. So I'm going to be opening it up here, AtomicDEX Desktop, and I haven't encountered anything specific problematic on the actual wallet so far. So the first time you're going to be adding custom coins and tokens to the list, you may need to restart the wallet in order to have them appear on your balances. And it's going to be asking you to do a very, very long password. I've not really seen this on anywhere else. And let's get started by looking at a bit of the interface and what's going on here. So first of all, as I said, UTXO coins are being supported, and you can basically add any ERC20 token here as well. So this includes things like Komodo, Bitcoin, Blackcoin, which nobody uses anywhere, by the way. Then we have, what else do we have? Bitcoin Cash here. We have obviously a bunch of ERC20 tokens. We have Gross Coin. And also we have Feathercoin here, another one which nobody really uses anymore, and Dash and Digibyte and Dogecoin. Those are kind of still, out of the UTXO coins, I think those ones are probably the best around, alongside with Bitcoin and Litecoin. And I think there was a couple of other ones like Navcoin, which is also a very, very dead project in my opinion. And then you have Utrum. I think this is a smart chain to Komodo. So Komodo is enabling you to basically deploy things. And oh yeah, QRC20 tokens are being supported on the actual wallet as well. So if you have any QTUM tokens, you can actually use them here as well. And I think there was a couple of other ones which we didn't cross yet. Varus Coins, another one, and Zero and Zcash. So there are a lot of coins being supported if you are into UXTO, but then again, it's missing all the Cardanos, it's all missing Polkadots, Kusamas, and pretty much every other smart contract chain you probably would desire to have on an atomic swap right now. So if you're going to be just trading Bitcoin into Ethereum, it's a pretty good service. Now you can also toggle it off to show the balances on and off. And here on the plus mark, you can basically add custom assets to basically the list, ERC20 or QRC20. And then you click next, and then you just get the contract address from Ethereum. This is a very nice image that they have added here, which allows you to learn where you basically get the contract address. So this is the contract address which you need to paste in. But that's how, it's pretty easy. So another nice feature on the wallet. Then on the wallet page, you can basically see everything that's going on in terms of the price charts. I think these are taken from the trading view, and pretty much for every coin, well, apparently not every coin actually has a chart. I don't know where it's this based on, so it would be kind of nice to have, at least for the supported coins, maybe drawing the data from CoinGecko or something. Also, you can stake your Komodo on the platform as well. So because it's made by the Komodo team, it's kind of making a lot of sense that the staking would be available on the platform as well. And when you want to swap, it's pretty simple. You just click swap with any coin, and then basically gives you the screen and what's going on. But as I said earlier, there's not exactly like liquidity here for every single pair. So if I like when I like, you know, the Komodo here, and on the buy side versus the sell side is very different. So as you can see, there's not really a lot of people interested buying it. And so this is the fundamental problem of these types of, you know, DEX services. There might be no interest for a certain pairing, which is the problem. This is why people prefer AMM, because there's just a lot more orders and there's the liquidity there. So it doesn't matter if there's no, you know, spot orders going on, you can always trade. But both of these things have their own benefits and things like these. But I think with AtomicDEX and swaps in general, you need to know what you're kind of doing. I don't like to trade this way. I'm just like, hey, I have a coin which I can't put into exchange right now, and I'm going to be just swapping Komodo, let's say, into Bitcoin or Litecoin. And that's going to be the easiest way to basically do that, by through this type of a service. But I'm not going to be, you know, lying to people and saying like, oh, it's amazing because, you know, as I said, like certain pairs just don't have any liquidity whatsoever. I mean, not liquidity, I shouldn't say that word, but they don't have any like order books here ready to be basically traded. So you're not going to get the best price possible available on this type of a service. So that kind of makes me a bit curious how there can be 16,000 trades when I see with a lot of these coin pairings, I just don't see fundamentally very much actual like orders going on. So the trade might be very, very small. As you can see, as for Litecoin and Bitcoin, this is a pretty drastic difference on ask price and everything. But then there is the address book, where you can just add like people and their addresses and stuff like that, and tags. Kind of useful if you're going to be doing payments for employees or something between those lines. There's a light UI in case you want to look it on white. I really prefer this dark blue. There's a privacy thing, which basically just hides your own monies, and, you know, I guess it's, you know, want to show something about your wallet or something, support, without showing how much money you have. That's, I guess, what it's really for. And let's go into settings tab. There is a couple of languages which are supported. Not very much as of right now. Russian, Turkish, and French. Desktop notifications are enabled, and I'm not actually sure what this Qt text rendering thing is. Okay, we're going to be restarting the application apparently. Not very nice because this is not what I planned. Okay, it's apparently not doing. And also I can view all my private keys and seed phrases on this wallet in case I desire to. And I can also choose the fiat currency, which pretty much has everything here. Now, then there's the support tab, which goes into a lot of different questions here. And there was one really weird one, which was the compliance, which said that people from United States or certain countries are not allowed to basically trade from this application. And that is really weird because they have kind of been advertising themselves as a DeFi system. Atomic swaps are not exactly DeFi in my opinion. Trading is not finance. I think that's a very key understanding what you need to be making here. They're not the same thing. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know, like, how is that block is going to be, you know, enforced if you install the application? Is it going to be looking your IP address or what exactly? Or what is this type of a thing, but if there's going to be a counter blocks on atomic swaps, like, fuck you. I mean, that's not something that, you know, crypto is about, region blocking. But, I mean, that is pretty much my rundown of AtomicDEX. I, you know, personally have sold my Komodo already, and, you know, well, because I don't really see this project, like, being able to compete with a lot of other things, and, you know, people have kind of, like, speaking with their money, and the AMM revolution seems to be the way to go, and tokenized assets, and AtomicDEX is not necessarily able to compete with this system because they're just able to add UTXO coins, and that's a very limited pool, and most of the interesting trades are happening in DeFi. So where's the Binance Smart Chain? Where's Tron? Where's, you know, Polkadot, Cardano, all of these, Solanas, Elrond, all of these. These are the coins you want to have there and enabled for swapping. But that is pretty much my rundown of the actual wallet. You can still use it as a normal wallet too. You don't need to necessarily trade with it, so there's at least some type of plus here. And yeah, you can use the same seed phrase on desktop as you can use on Android devices. But that is pretty much my rundown. Thanks for watching. See you guys soon on the next video. Cheers.